Welcome back. This is the final step. After we've gone through our preparation, the body, the mind, we will now look at the spirit. I mentioned Robert Kegan in the very beginning. Robert Kegan is a behavioral psychologist from California, and he differentiates 3 levels of mindset. The first is the socialized mind. The socialized mind defines itself by the means, the rules of the society surrounding the individual, and the individual absorbing these rules so it can be a functioning member of that society. The next level, the self-authoring mind, is the level where the individual puts his or her mind outside of the community, outside of that society, starts looking at those rules consciously and starts rewriting some of them, but definitely deciding consciously on which ones she likes or doesn't. And now the self-transforming mind, the third level, steps yet outside one step further, outside of the own mind, observes the functioning of the own mind, the reasoning of the own mind, the decision-making process of the own mind. And we have walked down that line very far already with the deep alignment of the mind. And now, today, I want to share a tool with you that can bring you one step further on this journey. This is what I call deep alignment for the spirit. So as I said a couple of times, you have to reserve 3 full days. 3 days, preferably in an environment that you already know, so you don't have distractions. It has to be as distraction-free as possible, and you have to be fully disconnected from any devices and without any people. No interaction with other people, you're alone, fully alone. Send your family on a short vacation, give them your phones and your laptops and whatever, and unplug the internet and be sure that you're offline. Apart from feeding, sleeping, personal hygiene, only one thing is allowed, which is writing. And that's preferably also only on the first day. So what I want you to do on the first day is articulate and verbalize everything onto paper that comes to your mind, everything. This is offloading extreme. You can burn some of that paper. You can keep some of that. So whatever you need as a to-do list later, as things you want to remember, categorize things, spread it all out, write in different ways and colors and categories, whatever you want to do. But make sure that at the end of the day, there's nothing in your mind anymore that needs to be verbalized, that your mind can cling on to remember. It's empty. There are no words. That's the goal for day 1. Once you're done with that, on day 2, you wake up and you usually have a couple of words left. You just offload them, you know how to, but make sure you just get rid of them quickly. Because this day, day 2, is about everything that cannot be verbalized, your feelings. So I want you to feel those feelings, allow them. It can be one feeling extensively throughout the day. It can be a positive or a negative feeling. It can be a mixture of feeling. It can be a little bit bland, whatever it is, feel it. And do it in a way that in the same intensity that you did with the offloading. So be sure to feel through all of the feelings that want to come out and let them out. And don't react, just let them, watch them, observe them, acknowledge them, accept them. And when you wake up on day 3, you probably are empty. There are no words, there are no feelings. For the first time in at least a long time in your life, you're empty. And this can lead to 2 things, usually in a combination. Enormous boredom, because you're empty, there's nothing. And you're not allowed to do anything. No distractions. You can repeat your affirmation, you can do all sorts of things, but what also might happen is that you feel a very, very deep sense of connectedness. Maybe a feeling of a euphoria, but in a very undirected way. There are words that I could use to describe this, but I don't want to. And I don't want to because this is your experience. You will make it, and if I share too much, then it'll be my experience, and I don't want my experience to be your experience. So, whenever you have time, do this. I do it at least once a year, around Christmas usually, because that's logistically the easiest way. But I also try to do it from time to time during the year, which is a bit harder to do. But at least once a year, it's very helpful. So, with that, there's only one message left after your 3 days.